Today, I'm going to show you 3 strategies that's going to help you scale your e-commerce business this holiday season. So number 1, this may be counterintuitive from what you probably heard or you probably see a lot, but I've worked with hundreds of companies and I see this mistake happen all the time. And it's focusing on, when you're trying to scale your business, focusing on more than one product at a single time. And I'll tell you why. When you think about the amount of effort, the detail, the testing, the iterations it takes to become successful, just launching a single product, then you'll understand why having multiple products that you're trying to sell all at one time becomes difficult. And it actually hinders your success of trying to scale your business. And the reason why is you have to be obsessed with every detail that gets people interested in your product, that gets them to convert, why they're not converting, all the nuances that go into making a sale. You have to really understand all the ins and outs of your product. And if you have multiple products, you have to do that for every additional product that you bring on. So if you have 3 products or 5 products, each of those products you have to understand how to get people to convert, what about that product people like, what about that product that they don't like. And when you only have one product to focus on, it's easier to do that because you can be obsessive. You can build your whole framework, your digital marketing around getting that product to work. So the first recommendation is focusing on a single product. That's going to help you be able to scale. When you think about companies that are extremely successful today, many of them started with one product. Amazon used to sell books. That's all they did. They became really good at selling books. And then from there, they were able to figure out new channels for success. The same thing with Crocs. For any of you guys who wear the shoes, the Croc brand, now they have a variety of different styles of Crocs. But when they first started their brand, they only focused on the comfortable slipper shoes that you still see today. But what that did for their brand is allowed them to become experts in everything it took to drive a sale for that product and how to get people to come back. So if you're seeing people starting or scaling their business, or at least trying to scale their business, and they're doing 3 to 4 products, that's not the route you want to go. Focus on one product and become really good at that one product and everything that goes into making that product sale. Number 2, getting active on social media. Now, what do I mean by that? Being active on social media and just producing a lot of low quality content is not going to get your brand out there. It's not going to get more eyeballs and more attention to what you're doing. You're going to have to come up with strategy in regards to this. The way I always look at social media or a lot of the other channels is you have to think about where we're at in the market and how relationships are built. We're in the market these days where interesting things that grab people's attention is what gets people to come back. So getting active on social media means coming up with a strategy. And that strategy should start with a strong way to hook your audience. And then once you hook your audience, how do you either educate, inspire them, or make them feel connected to your brand, where there's an emotional attachment, there's an emotional trigger. You're going to have to figure that out. You're going to have to figure out, A, how to get their attention. And once you get their attention, B, is how to inspire, engage them, or create some kind of emotional connection. And you have to be extremely consistent with that. Now, there's a ton of different social media channels that you can be using. So you're going to have to figure out the ones that work best for your brand. Whether it's YouTube and you want to do videos that are more long form, they also have YouTube Shorts, which is awesome as well. Or maybe it's TikTok. TikTok is really taken off where people are using it as an educational platform or putting a spin on how you educate or inspire people about specific topics. Or Instagram. Instagram is heavily focused on images and video. But one of the things that you'll kind of see in the theme I just created for you is video is taking off. So whatever channel that you decide to jump on, or if you decide to jump on 2 channels or 3 channels, make sure that you have the bandwidth to be consistent on whatever channel you're on and produce video. Video with a strong hook that really connects with people. So that's number 2. Get active on social media and develop a plan. Develop a plan to hook your audience, get them engaged emotionally, educate them and inspire them. Now, the third one is a little different. So an email marketing strategy, and not just an email marketing strategy, I'm going to give you a few email, I guess you could say, email funnels that you should focus on. If you're starting from scratch, these are some funnels that you could use to at least get the foundations up. So one is the welcome series. This is the most basic type of email funnel that you can put together. It simply is when somebody signs up for a free trial or a freebie or whatever the case you may have, this is your opportunity to build a relationship with them. You want to connect with them. You want to get them interested and intrigued with your story. So the welcome series allows you to do that over a series of emails that are designed to connect, communicate what your brand does, what's cool about you and why they should be paying attention to you, and how you're going to add value to them. Whether that's, are you going to humor them, educate them about health, educate them about how to use certain products or tools, whatever the case may be. You have to be able to hit the nail on the head in terms of the value you're going to add to that particular audience, that viewer. So welcome series is the first one. Then number 2 is the cart abandonment. Once people are making purchases from your brand, or they're in that process where they're really engaged and they're interested, but they're not fully committed yet, you need to have a way to wheel them back in when they're right at the point where they're going to make a purchase. So having a strong cart abandonment strategy is going to be huge for your brand. It's going to be essential. And these days, what's cool about cart abandonment, you can play around with not just email, you can also leverage SMS, web pushes. There's a lot of ways that you can try to recover your customer and get them to finish that purchase. So that's 2. Number 3, once they have made a purchase, it's not over. You need to think about the post-purchase process. Like, how are you going to build a relationship with your audience after they have made that initial purchase from you, or after they made any purchase from you? You want to have a series of emails that takes that relationship to the next level. And whatever that next level is for your brand, you need to really understand it. And that's why it's so important to dial in on one product. I know I'm kind of going backwards, but again, the post-purchase journey or funnel is not talked about enough. So you want to make sure you have that, because that also helps you lead to more sales. And 4, this one's a little bit different in terms of email. You want to have an email series that follows up and engages with people based on the websites or the products that they view on your site. That's very powerful, because now what you're doing, you're making your relationship personal. At one point they open an email from you, and then now they're browsing around. Now you understand a little bit more about what they're interested in. I like to look at these type of campaigns like a one-on-one conversation. So if I'm having a conversation with you guys, or if I'm having a conversation with one of you guys, as we communicate, we talk back and forth, I'm going to learn things about you, and that's how I'm going to respond, and vice versa. We're going to vibe off of each other and feed off of each other's information as we learn more about each other. So it's the same thing with the email marketing campaigns. You want to focus on building all on top of information that you learn about your audience. And the website, activity-based type of campaign is a great way to do that. So those are my tips for today in regards to scaling your e-commerce business this fall. So number 1 is focus on one product. If you're trying to scale, it's going to make your life that much easier. It's less time, less resources, and you can focus more. Number 2 is get very active on social media. You want to make sure that you are active, though, in a way that is going to hook your audience, grab their attention, and get them engaged, inspired, or emotionally connected to your brand in a way that adds value to them. And 3, you have to leverage email. Email is that bottom part of the funnel where you're able to have that almost one-on-one type relationship with them, and it's still one of the most powerful channels. So there you have it. You have 3 things that you need to be doing this holiday season to really grow your e-commerce brand. Now, if you like this video, or you know anybody who you feel could get value out of this video, share it with them. Also hit the like and subscribe button if you want to get more videos like this.